It happened faster than the clock on the wall could tick. One slip, one scream, then the sound that still splits my nights, bone on tile. The kitchen light flickered once before dying, like it couldn't watch. Her body looked wrong against the floor, twisted, quiet, small. I remember the smell of iron in the air, the way her hair clung to her face like she was still trying to speak. I didn't call anyone, not right away, just stood there, heartbeat syncing with the hum of the refrigerator, thinking, this isn't real. But it was. So I moved her hand, wiped the counter, straightened the chair, and when I finally dialed, my voice cracked at all the right places. They said it was an accident. I didn't correct them. The cops came in pairs, polite but watchful. Their eyes moved slower than their pens, noting things I thought I'd already hidden. The glass on the floor, the bruise on her temple, the misplaced rug. I told them she fell, that she'd been drinking, that I'd warned her about the steps 100 times. They nodded, wrote, left. But one of them, the younger one, looked back before stepping out. He saw the picture frame turned face down on the table. I saw him see it. That night, I put it back up. Her smile didn't look like forgiveness. People came with flowers, casseroles, sympathy. They called me strong. I let them. Every condolence felt like an alibi tightening around my neck. And when the nights got quiet again, I started hearing things. Not voices, just details. The drip from the faucet, the soft echo of her fall replaying under the floorboards. Grief looks different when it's rehearsed. I cried on cue, avoided mirrors, and deleted old messages before anyone could ask. But the house didn't buy it. Her perfume lingered in the hall, stubborn and sweet, like she refused to leave. Sometimes I'd wake up to music playing from the living room, her favorite song spinning on the record player. Once I found her hairbrush on the counter, wet, as if she'd just used it. Logic said I was tired, but guilt doesn't care about logic. It waits in corners, whispers under locked doors, breathes on the back of your neck when you try to sleep. I started checking the locks twice, then 3 times. The mirror in the bathroom fogged before I even turned on the water. I told myself it was nothing, nerves, grief, the brain's way of punishing itself. But punishment has rules. This didn't. This felt like she was still here, watching, waiting for me to say what I never did. It started with a knock. The same young detective, polite, tired, still curious. He said they'd reviewed the call log. The timestamps didn't fit. I'd waited 43 minutes after the fall. He didn't accuse me. He just waited, the way good listeners do. Silence does strange things to a man who's already broken. He asked about the bruise on her wrist. I told him it was from the fall. He didn't believe me, but he didn't need to. Before leaving, he placed a small evidence bag on the counter. Inside, my wedding ring, found under the rug. I didn't remember dropping it. Or maybe I did, and memory just rewrote itself to survive. That night, I poured 2 glasses of whiskey, one for me, one for her. The ring sat between us on the table, a perfect circle, no beginning, no end. I realized then that I hadn't just killed her. I'd killed the only version of myself that could have been forgiven. The detective didn't come back, not officially, but the letter did. Unmarked envelope, no return address. Inside, a single line typed in red. You told everyone it was an accident. She didn't believe you either. There was no signature. Maybe it was his way of saying he knew. Maybe it was hers. Either way, it ended the same. I went to the station the next morning. No lawyer, no excuses. I told them I wanted to correct a report. Their faces shifted. Confusion, recognition, pity. I gave them everything. The rug, the ring, the 43 minutes. Every word felt like a release, not of guilt, but of the weight that followed it. When they took me in, I didn't resist. The cuffs were cold, almost comforting. For the first time in months, the house was silent, and I finally understood what silence really was. Her justice. They call it confession, but it isn't. It's surgery without anesthesia, cutting out the part of you that pretended to love. In the cell, nights stretch longer than truth. Sometimes I hear her humming, faint through concrete walls. Maybe it's memory, maybe it's mercy. The guards don't ask questions, and I don't offer answers. They all think I did it out of anger. I didn't. It wasn't rage that killed her. It was control. The need to win the last word in a marriage that had already died. She just didn't know it yet. Now, when I sleep, I face the wall. I don't dream of her falling anymore. I dream of the moment after, when everything went quiet and the world finally made sense. They say justice is blind. They're wrong. Justice watches. She just waits.